Okay, been a little while. I haven't been online for a bit, so let's see what happens. Hopefully the game is going to pick up more than just the title card. Oh, there we go. All right, starting a new game. So everyone's been talking about this. I have been trying not to listen really hard. So if you are popping by, please no spoilers, because I've been doing a really good job of keeping away from spoilers. I'm hoping I don't embarrass myself terribly. Alright, just quickly checking what our controls are. So escape is system menu, tab is blueprint menu, R is room directory, shift is stroll. Okay. Let's increase the field of view because I always like an increased field of view. Mouse sensitivity is probably fine. Let's see how we go with a new game. It is Easter Monday here in Australia. Getting on in the day. I know I haven't streamed much lately. I have been absolutely beat.
Of the Mount Holly Estates at Reddington, to publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give
Miss Marie Bowl invite you for a recital.
Son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Okay.
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Fine, timely.
Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
So is there a time limit on finding it?
In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
So March 18th, 1993.
Sinclair.
Okay. I have 50 steps, apparently. Is it shift to move? So we have the entrance hall. This is what, room 00. I've been told I need to take notes for this. So the question is, do the room numbers change with time? Okay. What were the controls? So stroll is shift. Tab is blueprint menu. R is room directory. So we have an ace, queen of diamonds. What's that? An ace of spades. Okay. We have a clock. Each time you enter a room, you'll lose one. When you no longer have any footsteps left, you'll be too tired to continue and must call it a day. Okay. Panel back there. Have some birds. Lantern and candle. Umbrella and a walking stick. Anything in that cabinet? Not that I can see. We have 3 birds, one of which is a robin redbreast. Okay. Simon. Okay, so I'm guessing Simon is the point of view character's name. Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I found memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as they did in those lost summer days. Sorry, snacking. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, funny line break, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I must bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important that you start fresh each morning and do not rely on the successes of the previous day. Sounds like it resets. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert F. Sinclair? Okay, now I can access the blueprint. Found. So apparently I'm trying to get from the entrance hall to the antechamber. Let's just look at that again, because I took a screenshot of the first letter. I'll grab a screenshot of the last 2 pages. Alright, so we have a door in that direction and a door in that direction. I don't believe I can interact with that urn. And we have a door in that direction. Let's go with the closet because I think items might be useful. I don't know if those rooms will be offered to me again. So, day 1, closet. Oh, we have a key. That could be handy. Some shoes. Apparently we need the shoes. Pair of running shoes. Occasionally safe footsteps when travelling longer distances across the estate and grounds. That used a step to come back in here. It's currently coming up for 9:15 in the morning, and it does look like the hand is moving. All right. I'll go with the den. There is a door. Let's go with the den. A crowbar picture. Door. Another clock. Oh, and that one doesn't match. Yes, it does. One moves very quickly. Right, there's some significance to all the clocks. Praying with rosaries. So many clocks. So we have the den. Alright, sorry, I'm taking notes on another screen because I'm told this will be important. So items found. Location, just in case I need to get them again. I don't know what the gem is used for. I've got one key, one gem, and it looks like there's another currency there somewhere. So I've got key. Keys can be used to unlock doors you find in the house. Okay, I wonder if it's specific keys. Gems can be used while drafting to pay for special floor plans. Gold coins can be used in shop rooms found on the estate to purchase goods and services. Okay. Use less footsteps when travelling longer distances across the estate and grounds. The den. Traditionally a family room, warm and inviting, so comfortable one might assume that countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. Ah, time probably travels faster while here. Closet appears to be room 9. The den appears to be room 17. Let's get out of the den, seeing how time is passing so quickly in here. Let's go through this door. Let's go into the parlour. What do we got in the parlour? Got some letters over there on the table. Got some boxes. Display case. I need to clean this keyboard. So the parlour. This cosy lounge furnished with couches and armchairs serves as the perfect social setting for receptions and parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining. The late H.S. Sinclair was known to supply a myriad of parlour games to encourage his guests to think and conversate. Conversate. So it's supposed to have a puzzle piece and a blueprint item? Or it has a puzzle in this room? Sure, I will learn the iconography. Okay, that's room 5 is the parlour. What did we learn about the closet? A very modest recess space used for storage, this particular closet is favoured by the junior members of the staff who utilise it to stash away assorted articles and knickknacks whose proper place on the estate is yet unknown to them. So let's see what's on the table here. We have another key, the wind-up key, a component of the parlour game. Dear Herbert, it was a great honour receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it's been quite a while since we've been seen in decent society, and we're beginning to wonder that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. It might refresh your memory. We both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I have mentioned to you a rather singular parlour game I played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colours. You pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time. I've included this with the letter, all the details you will need to share with your guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. That puzzle. What else have we got in the room? Gems are on the floor. The gems are on the desk. The gems are in this box. Well, there's no gems on the desk. There's no gems on the floor. Does that mean I've solved it? So that seemed simple. I'm concerned that I didn't do it correctly. So someone said it gets more complex. I do recall someone saying something along that line. All right, so maybe it's time to go onwards and see what we find. Let's go through the bedroom and get two steps. There's something on the table over there, but let's see what we see. All right. So, a familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms in the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring the surrounding rooms. Okay. There are 8 bedrooms and the bedrooms don't appear to have numbers. So I don't know if the colour is significant, whether they'll all be the same. Let's have a look at what we've got. So we have some keys. Car keys. Spare set of car keys. The only car left on the estate should be in the garage. Okay. What else is in here? Some more boxes. Greetings from Reddington. Presumably the name of the village outside. Some different folded things. Can't open the wardrobe yet. Finger pointing down. More origami birds. A whole bunch of timber puzzles. Another pawn. Saw one of those in another room previously. Well, in the den, I think. Right. That's a dead end, the guest bedroom. So let's maybe go to the nook and hope that it goes in the right direction. Maybe not. Nook sending me back to the den. Okay. So part of the puzzle is going to be to not block myself off. Would have been good if the nook had have gone the other way. Okay, a snug corner reading room which serves as a quiet private place for guests to spend a few hours in their afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of staff. The nook is room 13. Add key. Another chess piece. A rook in the nook. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly a journal will prove an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Looks like a constellation. What's on this other one? Circular staircase. An odd looking cabinet. All right. Let's see where we go this time. Let's go with a hallway, not to block ourselves off. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate, providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations the house has to offer. So there appears to be 8 hallways. We have a tan, a T-shaped hallway. Safety pin. Oh. All the doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. I have 2 keys. Cedar or something? Dead end, unfortunately, but let's see what we see. So we have a coin. We have a key. We have a gem. Dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. And that is room 12. We have a sliding puzzle box, another pawn, closed box, and a globe, a rocking horse, roll of carpet, painting of a deer, 10 shilling token. I want something that is not a dead end. Let's go with the courtyard. There's a gem requirement to enter. So we've got a closed door that won't go anywhere, so we need to make sure that we don't try and open that door because that will be a waste. So it will give me doors that won't go anywhere. A charming spot granting guests with a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the mansion's walls. It's a green room 3. So there are way more than 46 rooms. What have we got in here? We've got some mulch, spade, some rocks at the bases of the trees. We have a lamp. That doorway's boarded up, at least this time. More dirt. Oh, shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Found some coins. What else is in the dirt? An old tin can. That's the only one that's going to let me keep going. But I lose a coin by entering. Fortunately, I have some. It's going to have another dead end. So it has a boarded up door. Private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8 Aegean angels depicted in stained glass. This room was more of a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. It's a red room. Red room 2. So it has a cost to enter. What's in here? Look, another chess piece. Well, there's nothing in any of the pews that I need to worry about. Right, one is a farmer. There's two. Two is a baker. Three is also a farmer. There's four. Four is a chimney sweep. Five is a maid. Six is a hunter, like a fox hunter. Seven is the king or a knight. Can't see what's behind that. It's presumably the one marked 8. And then there's the one above it, which is the round one. Let's go to the boudoir. Get some more shoes. Private salon with a plethora of painting counters and chaise lounges. Lovely. Hello, Ignition. How have I been? I've been really exhausted. Probably a bit of an emotional crash after Brem being in hospital. So I have been crashing quite hard in the evenings, and I'm just sort of over the Easter weekend rested enough that I felt up to doing this. So I'm giving a go at blueprints. I hadn't had time to try it yet. Sorry that no one had been paying attention to you in chat. I'm kind of reading the tooltips and taking notes, and both screens are off in the opposite direction to where chat is. So we're up to, that'll be one of the bedrooms, and that is bedroom 2, is the boudoir. I'm going to zigzag back that away. Happy Easter to you too. We also get a long weekend next weekend here in Australia because it is Anzac Day here next weekend. So Anzac Day commemorates landing in Anzac Cove, which was a horrific battle. Second World War, I think. I want to say Second World War, where the Australian and New Zealand regiments, divisions of the British Army got absolutely massacred holding a beach where we got sent to the wrong place against the Turks. So we've found a picture on the dresser in the boudoir. It appears to be a Christmas scene set in this room, but it has a large safe that's been gift wrapped. There's the phonograph, there's a mirror, lots of lights, lots of wrapped presents. That would imply it's happening in December, but the game starts in March. There's a candle missing. There's a cushion on the floor, shoebox. I have been snacking and I have a small bowl of Easter eggs next to me that are probably going to get a crunch. A couple of cushions on the floor. Not where cushions generally belong. Not a pair of shoes I can pick up. And I can't operate the phonograph at this point by the look of it. Oh, it's turning very slowly, but it is turning. Can I see myself in the mirror? Apparently not. We have one door available to us, and I can't see anything else in this room I can do. Alright. Through we go. What have we got? We've got a passageway, which is a four-way passageway, which would be a good thing. I have the gems to open it. There'll be a hallway, presumably. So that backs into the courtyard, which is not going to go anywhere. That is hallway number 4. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. Yeah, some of my migraines are definitely triggered by food. Number 5, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it the preservatives that they use in the chicken, or was the chicken off? Because I get migraines from strawberries and from MSG. Yeah, it hits some people that way. Preservatives are a really common trigger for migraine. The low tyramine diet is what you want to check out. Tyramine, T-Y-R-A-M-I-N-E. So there are compounds in food that as food breaks down, so it's usually found in foods that have been preserved either by some sort of pickling or by using other preservatives. And they are a quite common migraine trigger that can, there's a few places that do variants of the low tyramine diet in order to help minimise migraines. Which way am I facing? I didn't pay attention to that. I'm looking that way. So I'll go that way. We have power running through here as well, and a panel on the floor. I reckon. Let's go straight ahead and see what we get. Food for sale. That is my last gem going into this room. Yeah, I love red wine. And when I was in my mid to late 30s, I got to the point where I really can't drink it that much anymore. It tends to give me a migraine very quickly. I mostly stick to clear spirits these days when drinking alcohol. We have a glass in the sink. All right, so the kitchen. Food for sale. So I'm guessing that makes it a shop room. I've run out of currency to let me find things soon. Kitchen. So we have shop rooms. Which shop room is the kitchen? The kitchen is 2. Hang on. Standard kitchenette with all the typical amenities: a stove, a refrigerator, oven and sink. This gallery is where the cooking staff prepare the daily cuisine that will later be served in the dining room. Don't know what that is yet. Is that a room you can save? We have the kibble. Can I open the fridge? No. Got a fishing rod and a country road. Scale. We have a menu. Can afford a banana. I did read someone wrote a comment saying that they feel like they'd won because they'd found the aquarium. I'm going to run out of other currency before that becomes an issue. That's the same menu, I'm guessing. The coffee pot's empty. Yes, on the other computer I have a spreadsheet open that I'm recording all the rooms I encounter, what I find in each room, the room numbers so I can keep track of when I've found them all, which rooms I find on a given day, and which puzzles I've found unsolved thus far. I think I need some more money. Banana. So that is the pantry. So a lot of the pauses will be as I'm entering information into the spreadsheet on the other machine or taking a screenshot. I got 4 coins for going into the there are 4 coins in the pantry. So type is a blueprint room. A well-stocked pantry is always the true test of a large estate. I grew up in the country. I keep what I refer to as a country pantry. I should always be able to feed people who appear unexpectedly, or be able to feed people for a week if I can't get to the shops. And keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house staff. So, which section is the pantry in? Pantry is room 21. Right. So there's coins to pick up and a banana. What else is in here? Can I pick up the banana? Yes, I can. Going 3 steps. I wonder if they're always in here, or if they're only there one time through. I've got 4 coins. And then I can see what the little note says. Please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we've just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I should think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. There's still somewhere off the passageway that I can go that way, and I can still go out from the pantry that way. Clock or timer thing. Haven't counted anywhere yet where I've needed a key. Can't go into that one because I don't have a gem. Go into the spare room. Couple of boxes, some tape. Painting the walls. So the spare room. An unfurnished, unfinished, and otherwise unremarkable. There had at some point been plans for this spare room. It seems the designs have now long been forgotten. Room 3. Don't seem to be able to interact with anything. Got the West Wing Hall. I think that's the one to go with. I'm still at a point where I don't really understand what's going on, but I know that it gets a lot more depth as it goes along. So I'm playing Leap in the dark, I have faith that it will make sense. Ooh, more playing cards. We had the Queen of Diamonds in the entrance hall. That's the same card we've seen before. Staff notice. Out of respect for late Lady Clara Espin, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any, I'm guessing staff, may draft south, maybe? Lots of candlesticks that have been stressed. Right at the edge, so there could conceivably be I don't have the gems to go in. So what have we got? We've got the West Wing Hall. And the conference room. West wing of the estate has been closed since the death of Lady Espin. It's unsurprising, therefore, this hallway is in a neglected state, features boarded windows and dust-smothered furniture. It is a hallway, and it is hallway 2. Well, I guess we'll find out if they persist in the same slots. West wing hall. And then we had the conference room. Which is room 43. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. In his latter years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings which were held in the professional setting of this room. Well, what's in this room at the moment? There's a few things on the tables. Let's have a look. See what we see. So we've got some notepads and pens. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they're immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. It's boarded up the door because we can't go in that direction. There's notes around the table. I don't know, maybe Herbster the Herbster. Safe code 9083. So the question is, does the safe code change daily? Or is it consistent? I wonder if it ends up with a thing at everybody's position. Like a bird picture, someone in a rowboat. Look at the window. 37. We're going to be doing a little bit of backtracking shortly, but let's get the last room in this direction. We can have a dead end. It's got a bunk room. There'll be some stuff in here, I guess. Oh, it's a hamster. Poor little hamster. I hope someone's looking after you. Some coins on the table. Let's grab those. That's presumably a bedroom type. Bedroom, bedroom, dead end, dead end. The rustic wooden stacked bunk beds evoke the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. This bedroom served as a pillow fort and bedroom to the young Sinclair boys and has remained faithfully unchanged over the years. Rarity unusual. Bedroom 6. Checkers. A lock-picking kit of sorts. Games console. A whole bunch of video cartridges that I can't read the labels of. A radio. A rocking horse. Another hat. There's been a few hats around the place. A torch. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's a tripod. Okay. That's had something scraped on it. Some more shoes. Burners. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys and I will not have to share my room and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Children. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it, too. He also threw away my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. No, we both have our own Steam accounts. And we both make some money off gaming. He gets most of his from YouTube. I write for a games news site. I don't make as much as he does out of my games hobby at the moment. But it pays for the odd game purchase here and there. And we both work full-time jobs. But no, our accounts are independent. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me. And today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Baby is mean. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I finally get to return to him the book I took from him long ago. Hopefully you will find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. Crossed out, I would still rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. It looks like stairs to something. I'll set a little campfire going. That's not going to be good inside. Oh, the hamster's in the hamster wheel. It's its own little bunk bed. How cute. Hello. I'd give you scratches, but I can't. You been okay in here all by yourself? Are they feeding you still? More musical instruments. Trophy. Huh. 3-tiered cake stand. Wonder what the significance of that is. What hamsters and tie? Camp Colonel. Poor little hamster. And we can't get into the cabinet. One of the handles is a different colour for some reason. I wonder if that's significant. And it looks like it's a slide puzzle box to open the cabinet. Wonder if that's something that'll unlock as we go along. Alrighty. Costs us a step. Costs us a step. What's behind door number whatever? I have keys, so let's use a key. What have we got? We've got the mailroom, which is a dead end. I can't open the drawing room. I can open the dining room. We have the dining room. Didn't expect to be able to open this many rooms on day one. Alright, dining room. Which room is the dining room? Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Not rank 8. An intimate, warm room with a large dining table boasting a serving tray with a silver dome cover. Dinner is served here each evening. Dining room is room 41. I'm presuming the meal of the day is under the cover. Oh, another pawn. I wonder if I have to find all the chess pieces. Probably should have been recording where they were. Test tube. Wine. Serviettes. Bathtub. Haven't reached rank 8, so I can't open it. Some blue flowers. I've seen flowers in a couple of rooms before. Corridor would be my best option. This will be a hallway, I presume. Another hat. So many flies. That's the garden. A long hall with 2 doors to either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently travelled rooms. Consequently, he had strict instructions with the household staff. The doors in this corridor should never, under any circumstances, be locked. That will be a hallway. Corridor, hallway 4. Which means this door should also be unlocked. I have 2 keys. So, go into the bedroom because something on the table. What's on the table? Another key. This bedroom will be a bedroom. I'm out of gems, so I can't get that other bedroom that had a small bedroom maintained and kept available for accommodating weekend guests and impromptu visitors who find themselves compelled to stay the night. That is bedroom 3. So let's see what we can see. No trip on the footstool. Sinclair, I just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Everson, and a hunter in the chapel, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I'd seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you'd retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though. I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Okay. Hoping your health improves shortly. K8. Oh, I got a key in here as well, didn't I? The little table. And another one of those three-tiered cake trays. Tiger. Clean linens. More puzzle box open cabinet things going on. Hey Eric. I am exploring the blueprints. This is day one. And at this point, I'm still very confused about what I'm trying to do. I did not expect to get this many rooms in on day one. Alright, so I need to go back to the dining room and out, and I still have an exit via the passageway. The wine cellar gives me 3 gems. The workshop gives me a pass through. Let's go to the workshop. I don't want to block things off if I can help it. Something on the desk there. Alright, so the workshop. Which is spring screws and coils scattered atop the workbench show signs of this room's frequent use. A craftsman's studio dedicated to creativity and invention. This room was used by your uncle regularly whenever he needed to fix or improve a gadget or contraption. Unusual rarity. Workshop is room 35. Let's see what we find in this room. I think the coin purse is going to have something in it. Okay, a small coin purse. Workshop. A sheet of music. Stones cut, something by hand, and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read, often lost amongst the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. I'm guessing, oh, and there's a G visible in the background there. Measuring stick. Got some barley and some clouds. Casket. One of the boxes from the puzzle room, I think. Oh, we have a wrench. Oh. I'm guessing that those items can be combined. Okay. The true box does not always contain the prize. Okay, that's a useful bit of information to know. I wonder if I can improve the shovel. Looks like no, looks like I can only combine it. Alright. Onwards we go. I'm out of gems. So I can trigger the lavatory. Then I'm going to have to go back to the passageway. Getting closer to the antechamber though. It's a red room. Room 1 might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests despite them always probing for its location. Red room number 1. Makes me think this is probably a British developer, because they're the ones that use the word lavatory. Also the picture of the hunter in the chapel. Oh, we've got a spine, we've got a spruce. Bathtub. Don't appear to be able to interact with anything yet. Nothing in the bin. Can't flush the toilet. Guess we'll get to say hi to the hamster on the way back. Through the river. So the west wing hall. We need to work out which rooms have all the chess pieces at some point, I guess. That might be a do offline while watching videos playback. So, are you both having a good Easter yourselves? However much of it's left? Been nice? Hello, little boy, what's going on? Oh, yeah, you sure? Happy birthday. The gymnasium's a red room, the dark room's a red room. I reckon the gymnasium's the best option. What have we got in the gymnasium? We have an alarmed door up ahead. We have a basketball. Ah, we have that cedar again. There's be another red room. half-court intended for basketball and racquetball, which is seldom used by anyone apart from the junior staff during their lunch hour. At least they did before Mrs. Babbage disallowed the practice after noticing how worn out the staff members were after a game. Babbage was one of the... Charles Babbage had Ada Lovelace work for him. She was the first coder, and he built the machine. Gymnasium is Red Room 5. And to interact with the basketball. So we've got a leaf, no, it's a match on fire. Looks like that's cedar again. Assortment of basketballs. Security door is locked by an electronic key card, so presumably I need to get the key card before I can open that door. What have we got? Green rooms do not cost a gem to draft, but it's a dead end. Package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. I can't go into the drawing room. The other two are both dead ends. Might as well go with the mail room because I think that only applies on the day it happens. And I will be out of doors. There might be something useful in the package. Order placed. Mail room is a blue room? Oh, it's blueprint room. A dedicated mailing room in which incoming and outgoing post and packages are sorted and then delivered within the estate to their intended recipients. Mail room is room 39. Let's see what we can find in here. There's paper on the ground. Stuff on the desk that presumably we'll be able to read. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender, as he is no longer employed with our staff. There's something scribbled out at the bottom here. Utility room fuse box indicator settings. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. So I need to find an office with a computer. Press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. All 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate, Ben Aries. Dag. Sand. Fuels. Deliveries. Sinker Co. Royal Mail. All right, I believe that is as far as we can get today. We've got the lavatory, the workshop, dining room. What rank did I get to? Does that depend on the number of rooms you find or the types of rooms you find? I think I need to call it a day. I've used the shovel. Alrighty, let's call it a day. That is the end of day one. Let's do another day and see how we go. Oh, it's Holly. Okay, that was in the chapel. Day two. I'm going to start tracking the chess pieces this time through. To see if the paintings have changed. Got the same birds. Oh, it's that Queen of Diamonds again. And the Ace of Spades. Has the letter changed at all? So they are the same. Go straight up the middle this time. So what have we got? Got the closet, the chapel, the corridor. So on day two, I recall there was nothing new in here yesterday. Is that the same picture of the bride? I don't think it is. It's a hat though. The corridor has a fedora. Or a trilby. Not sure which it is. I have to work out what artwork is in each room at some point later too. Been to all of those before. Let's go to the parlour and do a puzzle. I did not find an AK-47 in the bedroom. So we go to the puzzle room next, the parlour next, which was one of the earlier rooms yesterday. Right. We have 3 boxes again. Have the instructions changed? The wind-up key. So the question is whether I only am allowed to open 1 box. Is there a chess piece in here? They're the same pictures. There was a coffee table in the middle yesterday and the windows were open. The fire was lit. There are 3 boxes in this room. That is telling the truth. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. That could also be true. 2 boxes in this room are empty. That is true. So this one is the lie. Okay, so I got 2 gems. All right. Okay. Well, there is a chess piece in this room. It is a pawn. Okay. The parlour has a pawn. All right, let's. I want a 3-room or a chapel. I have no coins, so I can't go into that room yet. So we will go into the spare room. I'm guessing part of the puzzle is finding a viable path to the end of the corridor. Has anything changed in here since we last came in here? I'm going to risk getting the package because I can go around this room in other ways. Package delivered. Package is on the table in the middle by the look of it. Packing slip. I get a sleeping mask. First time you enter each bedroom with sleeping mask, gain 5 steps. A silver key. Unlocking the door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. And 2 regular keys. Silver key and sleeping mask. Okay. So I wonder if that means there'll be a package delivered tomorrow, or I only get it every second day. Oh, and now we have a pea pod. That's not what was there yesterday, I don't think. That's the same letter as was there. Oh, we didn't read it yesterday. Hey buddy, how's it going there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you're happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try and post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance of arriving during your first few days on the estate. But with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a sec, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do us both a favour, be excited. The house is really amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator, Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dogubomb. I'm guessing that's going to be important. Anything else I didn't read yesterday that I missed? So I've got a P there today. Oh, no, different landscape. That's a different landscape than was there yesterday. These the same instructions. Yes. Please return all controls. Blah, blah, blah. That's the same as well. All right. So let's go back to the entrance hall and see if we can fill in that section. And there was a table in here and there were cushions on the ground yesterday and the fire was lit. Some things change. Not sure that painting was in this corridor yesterday. Let's go into the den. We'll get one gem on the table. Oh, there's the fire. Time passes faster in here. I'm not sure what relevance time is going to have yet. Safety pin is still in here. Loose candle. Ah, we have a pawn. We have a pawn. We have a pawn in the den. No hat, however. Let's go through that door. Let's go into the kitchen. Oh, we have a window this time. So the placement of the rooms affects things like whether it gets a window. I have a sack of flour there that I don't think we had yesterday. So today's menu. Got the banana. Got the club sandwich, that stayed the same. Must buy for every red room in your house. Okay. Some stuff stays the same, some stuff changes. So we found the kitchen. Oh, what was the other room we found? Found the den and then we found the kitchen. So even if we have two dead ends, we can get into both those rooms. Now I didn't get to see the observatory. Last time. Let's have a look in the observatory. First time in this room. That is a new room. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. There was something that looked like a constellation chart even on the wall in one of the other rooms. I think it was in the bunk room. Room 42, of course it is. Life of the universe and everything. I have one star, whatever that means. Oh, the observatory has a night. The observatory has a night. It's night in the observatory. Okay. Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Ben Aris, Bird and Sons Publishing. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations and observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one in a single day. This book is a solid base for astronomy and help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends and discover the joy of stargazing. The North Star, +1 gold. The Twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Slice, +3 steps. Diamondus Minor, +1 gem. The Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. Clavis the Key, +1 key. Diamondus Major, +5 gems. Praxis the Dead, dead end rooms are more common today. That's great. The Sale, everything is 50% off today. Florealis, Bloom of the Sky, green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Okay. Picture of a car. Okay, so that's presumably for changing where I'm looking. Alright, so let's look through the telescope and then we'll change the orientation and see what we get. It's moving it up and down. Got just the one night. Yep. Like I need to lower it in order to Oh, okay. So for the viewing deck, maybe? How does this work? Okay. Rock, not a hat. Alright, that might have it pointing low enough for me to reach it. Then we need to point it out the window by the look of it. Nope, too far. Too far. Alright, so we have 1 star. So can I raise it up just a little bit? Just an inchy tiny bit, and do I see something else? Probably not. It's probably not pointing at anything useful there. Yeah, it's too high. So I really need that to wind it down a bit, don't I? And point it up higher. Question is, how do I reach that dial? So, can I direct that around so that I can reach it from the platform? Probably not, but let's see how we go. Now the question is, if I look through it again, will it have something different? And I suspect not. I think it'll have exactly the same as it had before. Yep. It's got the 1 star that I've seen thus far. And I don't have the ability to lower it down to get a better view at other places. Alright, so we've come through that door. We'll go through that door. Huh. The commissary is a new room I haven't been in before. I have the gems to make it in there. So let's see what the canteen has. It's a bathtub again. Shop room. Staff commissary is always stocked with household goods and supplies at a reasonable cost. Provides the servants of the estate an invaluable service, especially to the living staff who may only expect to leave the property once or twice a month. Commissary is shop 1. Let's have a look and see what we find in the commissary. Items for sale as opposed to food for sale. So we've got the bin, which is currently empty. Effective first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. If your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important you do not fail to clock in and out of one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should always be directed to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password, and it's been scratched out. Commissary will be closed from days 12 to 16. Sorry for the inconvenience. With a bathtub or without a bat? Is it a bathtub or a bath? Arrows look significant. Got a shovel again. Guess up on the garden. What else have we got over here? We've got a cigarette machine. We've got an arcade machine that is currently turned off. Water cooler. Yeah, Dogubomb. Another bin. It also doesn't seem to have anything in it. Annual Maid's Day sale, 2 days only. Items up to 50% off. All staff welcome. Days 20 and 21. So, days 20 and 21. Sale at commissary. 20 and 21, and it was days 16, 12 to 16. Okay, so let's have a look at what they've got. A whole bunch of keys over here. What have we got? We've got 3 coins for a gem. Got a salt shaker for 5, a shovel for 6, and a key for 10. And it looks like there's only 1 gem and 1 key available. If I have more money, I can come back. So if I go down into the den and back into the entrance hall and across. Here's the shortest route. I will need to, after this day, log off for a bit and go organise food. I go into the hallway. That gives me more options to go forward. Yes, I know, little man, you want to be fed. I suspect Dad feels the same way. Well, the chapel, Rosemary, the crowbar again. The weak doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. That is not new information. We have a door there and a door there. Let's go this way. Oh. Let's go into the nook because it will neatly fill up that corner. Gives me a key. Then we have a book in the nook. We have a creme caramel. Noteworthy. Yep, we've covered that one already too. I have no gems, so I can't do the courtyard, but I can do the West Wing Hall. A biplane. Blueprint. I wonder what the significance of E in that location is. So that's the room we're currently in, so I wonder if that picture adapts to show you where you are. It's the same notice. Let's go into the pantry. Pick up some money off the counter and see what else is in here. Oh, get an apple. Plus 2 steps. You're sitting on my foot, little boy. So we've had an apple and banana. I don't know what day of the week it is, so I need to spiral staircase again and 4 stars. I'm going to go into the chapel because any other option ends the day for us and blocks things off. So, hallway, pantry, chapel. I can't remember if there was anything else in here. Have the pictures changed at all? No, they're the same in the same locations. Let's go this way. This can be a dead end if it needs to be. So we have a top hat in the bedroom. Dress, it looks like some of the drawers have been open. There's a pawn in the bedroom. Probably should have coloured the colour. Can't remember if they've all been white. I don't know how many steps I have left. We might check those before we finish the day. It's the same greetings from Reddington. More origami birds. I'm sure that's going to be important later. Got a moon necklace. Didn't take a close look at this yesterday, so I don't know if it changed. Another one of the cake tiers. I have no choice because I have no gems. camp bed. We have a jacket, a trench coat. All right. Utility closet is, let's have a look. One benefit of the restoration of old buildings is it allows owners to update and add modern amenities. The utility closet and circuit breaker box within was set up when gas-powered lighting was retired and replaced by a more fashionable home electrical system. Room 31. So today we have the switch for the cabinet's been removed. The garage is currently off. The dark room is currently on. The gymnasium is currently on. And the slider on the buzz bar. Keycard entry system is currently on. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionalities. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Okay, I got them all purple. Now what? I think that says cabinet has been switched off. Two buckets of paint there. And pointing down. Need something with multiple. Dark room is the only option. Let's see what's in the dark room while we're in here. It'll be a red room. That door is boarded up because it lines up with the room that with the utility closet. Larger. Let's hope it's one with... Nah, it's a dead end. That's the end of the day. Alright, it has a women's... Lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. That's not really going to help me much because that is the end of the day. But let's have a look at what we've got. The red room, the dark room is room 6. A room dedicated to photo processing, development and printmaking. This room is outfitted with safe lights that provide red illumination to which photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights are often overload their circuit capacity while fused. So I'd have to go back to the switch room. That bath again. There's a soft lady's hat. It's not quite a bowler. Test tube in the background. Where is that? That's the storeroom. Closet. Closet. It's called a... It's not a cloche. Similar. An umbrella. You have to go turn the switch in the utility room. Try and get the lights back. So I can have a search of that room. Which am I into that room? It cost me 2 gold. Let's see if that's enough to be able to see what's going on in the dark room. I need to come through here again. Alright. We have 2 maids. Broken lever. Broken lever is found in the dark room. It's not the only thing I found, but okay. Broken lever. Print notes. HS has requested another print of her ladyship, assuming for one of the rooms in the West Wing, as well as an large print enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark to keep an eye on that. Apples in the orchard. She looks happy. Another copy of the maids. Is that the same as the maids before? Different areas of the print are in focus. So I can see the picture in the background there. Can't in that one I can see their faces more effectively. I can see she's sweeping and she's dusting. Less than was visible before, there's different stuff. I wonder if you superimpose them all over each other, what you get. That's the Queen of Diamonds. That's that car. It's the orchard again. To look at the apples in detail to see if it's the same apples as we had before. He looks unhappy. Dining room with a bedroom with a suitcase behind it. He shaved off his mustache, or it's a different person? That is all I can do today. So I think, so have I got the lucky rabbit's foot, greater chance of finding items. Pity I found it. Oh, I've tried already. Pity I found a closet. I found it in the closet. Right, the column to the left. Day. I'm going to go through the chapel once more. All right, I think that is the end of what I can do for today because I have to exit via the chapel. Let's just walk back through the rooms and make sure I haven't missed any chess pieces. See you later, Eric. Can't go that way. Have to go this way because I can't come back through there again. So it's a white rook in the nook. Yes, I know, little man. It's food time, isn't it? I suspect that delivery will not be there tomorrow. The knight is white. Den has a pawn in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's also white. And there was a pawn in the parlour, and I think it was in one of the glass cabinets. It looks like a black one. All right. And it looks like you only get one key, so you only get one attempt to open the boxes. All right, that is going to be the end of the day. I cannot get any further. I have run out of places I can go. I can't open any more boxes, any more rooms. So I'm going to save and stop. But I'll just get my last screenshots of day 2, the charming cottage. So that'll be a save and quit. And I'll say thanks to everyone who dropped by, and depending on how things go after dinner, I will do another session of it or not. But thank you.